All right, High Performance Athletics podcast and online. This is episode 2 or 3. I kind of lose count already. We've done so many Tacos Drew's Days over the years that they kind of run together. But I think it's our third podcast. So here we go. I really want to take a second and talk about the core values. Our core values are things that myself, Jennifer, the leadership team kind of hold near and dear to our hearts, and how we make decisions, and how we hire and fire, and how we just kind of live the life. Really, the core values are representative of our own personal core values as well, that makes this place special. So we're going to go through them real quick. The first one is the abundant mentality, or an abundance mentality. That means that when one person wins, everybody wins. Like that attitude, that's what coaches do, is whenever my athletes have success on the field or court or in the gym or whatever that is, I feel that success as well, and I kind of own it a little bit too. That's powerful. If you get a lot of people caring at one time about how everybody else is doing as well as themselves, it is life-changing. You can change communities, you can change regions, you can change countries and change worlds if people just have this everybody gets better, we get better. If I get better, I improve other people. Part of that abundance mentality is this notion of magnetism, that you're attracted and you either attract people or you repel people, but we don't repel people, we push them further ahead of us. All right, so I'm either pulling people with me in the abundance mentality, or I'm pushing them ahead of me like a magnet would with the same pole. So we help people. We serve people through coaching to get them to a better place. The second part of our core values is continuous improvement. I want the tough feedback. I want the criticism. I want to be told what we are doing or what we need to be doing in order to improve. That's the only way you get better. All right. Success, if you can kind of define success, it usually comes from some sort of failure. Right? Nobody is successful all the time. People fail probably more often than they succeed. And it's in that looking for failure and failing fast, not taking years to fail, but failing quickly, and then getting feedback and seeking to continuously improve the product is what makes businesses great, is what makes marriages great, is what makes people great. Seeking constant improvement. So our core value is continuous improvement. I always want to be improving. I'm going to get Jenny to sit in on the next podcast. We're going to talk about the things that we've seen change in the last, 12 years of doing CrossFit, 10 years of owning a business. And for she and I can speak for her. I know this is true, and all of our coaching staff, is that I've learned more in the last 10 years than I ever did in school or beforehand, right? And I'm gonna learn more in the next 10 years than I did this 10 years, almost guaranteed, because I want to. I'm seeking that constant improvement. I'm seeking to be better at all times. The next core value is generosity. We live in a very just rude style world where you can comment on Facebook and not have to have a backbone to stand behind that comment. It's real easy to be a keyboard warrior in today's world, and you kind of puff your chest up. Generosity for me goes in caring and showing compassion are all the same thing for me. It's treating people how you want to be treated, treating people with respect, and the whole coaching mentality is sharing and giving. I told one of my coaches this last night is in coaching, you're a servant leader. You lead people through serving them, right? If we can get that across the board to all of our friends and families and relatives and even strangers, like you lead through service. You lead through coming and opening your hands and giving somebody everything you have. That's how you lead them. That's how you serve them. And that's how you're generous to them. I'm very fortunate to live in a community of people, and both gym goers and not gym goers, that I feel like if I asked for anything, that it would be given to me. If you need help with anything, this community in particular does a good job of stepping up to the plate. And it's not just that in passing, hey, if you need anything, call me. Like, that's a common thing we hear a lot. We hear that comment here backed up with, and when you'll be there, and what do you want me to bring, and I'll be there tomorrow. Like, it's a lot more action than anything else. Generosity is action. All right. It's not just, throwing money at an issue. Being generous is an action that you're serving somebody. You're giving them something of yours so that they can improve and they can be better. I love having our coaches be generous with their time, with their efforts, with their smiles and their handshakes and high fives. Like, being generous is part of who we are. One of our if you guys don't know, my son's Jackson's right next to me. He's sitting here in this room with me, listening to the recording. And one of our big, not idols, but one of our big influencers in our lives died yesterday. Stan Lee passed away. So the creator of Marvel, he did so many comic book characters. But he, I'm saying that to say this. Whenever he was asked to pose for a picture or a handshake, even at 90 years old, 95 years old, he would stop what he's doing and do that. He would stop and pose with kids and be with kids, because that's who the comics were written for originally, is a way to kind of, live out this fantasy world, because we've all been a kid before. I mean, adults too, we need to get away sometimes and kind of live in or be engulfed in a fantasy for a little bit, that it really stimulates my creativity. Like, when I watch these movies and I read comic books and stuff like that, like, my creativity gets sparked so I can be more generous. So people give to me through their art and through their storytelling or whatever that is, so that I can give to others. It's a collaborative generosity, which leads into the next core value for me, and it's collaboration. All right, you're not in this alone. This is not a lone wolf life. I don't ever want it to be. All right, we thrive best in rows and in circles. I heard that at church one day, is human beings thrive best in rows and in circles. So big groups of people in rows, small groups of tiny circles, people that you can trust, but you're not alone. All right, you need a support system. You need people that are going to help you out. You need people you can bounce ideas off of. You need people that can tell you no. You need people that can tell you no when you don't want to hear no. That's collaboration. What that is from the coaching staff and what we do at the gym is we'll collaborate to make you a better athlete. I'll ask you how that felt. Hey, how'd that feel? How'd that one feel? Okay, great, fantastic. You felt kind of weird. Let's look at this. Let's do this. Let's try this. Right? It's a collaboration. It's not just my way or the highway. It's no longer this like dictatorship of coaching and I tell you to do this and you do it because I said do it. No, I'm going to get your input. All right. Most of the time, the coach is going to be right because they're an unbiased party, but it's got to be a collaboration. If I'm going to do a project at the gym or at school or something like that, I've got to collaborate. I can't do everything on my own. That's not the expectation. If you try to, you're going to be so overwhelmed. You're just going to be paralyzed. And then our last core value is humor. I love this core value because it has so many meanings. You don't have to be funny to be humorous in this definition. It helps. All right. But being humor means just be light. Don't take things so seriously in life and in the gym. I mean, we are here, and our coaching staff believes that this is the best job in the world. I have the single best job in the world right now. Being in the gym, being able to train athletes, being able to talk to people on a daily basis and invest in their life. All right. I know not everybody comes into the gym like happy-go-lucky. Things happen outside these four walls. But my job is to smile. I'm supposed to be light. I want to be funny. Even if nobody laughs at my jokes, I'm going to be funny. I'm going to laugh at them so that people understand it's okay. When they see you smile, when they see you laugh, when they see you, be genuinely you, they let their guard down. And once they let their guard down of this like macho persona, male or female, they become great. Right? Once you stop being somebody that you're not and start being yourself, you give yourself a chance to be great. Take that chance. Be humorous for us as being the light. Be the light in this world that's filled with darkness. Be the light. You start the conversation. You go shake somebody's hand. You go slap them high five. You smile first. You say a crappy joke that makes everybody laugh. That is what we like definitely hire and fire on in the gym. If you can't laugh at yourself, if you take yourself way too seriously all the time, I do not want you being a coach. You have got to lighten up. All right? Our big mantra is giving somebody the best hour of their day. Giving athletes the best hour of their day. And that is through abundance, always improving, being super generous, working together, and being fun, funny, humorous, being light. Right? This is how we hire everybody. And I challenge you right now to look at our coaching staff and who does not really encapsulate all five of those core values. Now, you don't have to be perfect at all five of those to be a good coach or a good athlete or a good human for that matter. These are my and Jennifer and our leadership team's core values. These are the things that we thought that drove us. Come up with your own. I mean, have your own set of core values, but it makes hire and firing so much easier. It really does. It makes decisions so much easier because you have something to kind of fall back to. Do they align with abundance, continuous improvement, generosity, collaboration, humor? Do they align with that? Great. If they do, great. Make them better. If they don't, hey, you got to fix it or you got to let them go. All right. Core values are important. Make sure you have something that you're going to make your own core values for your life or for your business or whatever that is, and then use them. All right. We use ours daily. All right. See you guys later.